Matt, so you want to do that 15-minute thingy you were going to talk about?
You mean why May's as strong as she is?
Yeah, 15-minute conversation.
I mean, sure, I guess.
I'm listening.
Okay, so let me pull up exact details here. I'm very sure, I think I explained this to you in DMs as well, but to go
Yeah.
over everything in good detail.
You have to clear your throat, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so to start, when I said that May can max herself out, that was everything but crit rate, unfortunately, unless if you get an MP refresh.
Mm-hmm.
But that's fine. She can max out her special attack with increment intellect. Has a great chance, a 60% chance, of raising the user's special attack when the weather is rainy and an attack is successful. So just as you're using muddy water, your special attack is going up. Uh, in her base kit, she has Raging Rain and Racing Rain, but then Dizzying Power. Dizzying Power raises the power of your moves the more the opponent's accuracy is dropped. So Muddy Water is doing that. So as you're increasing your special attack, you're debuffing their accuracy. In her base kit, her Sync move has, well, it doesn't have a specific name, but it says that power is doubled. It's either doubled or increased. Forget which one in particular. But power is increased when the weather is rainy. That is excluding the buff that rain gives water type attacks. And another 50%.
Mm-hmm.
But then she also has hide and sink.
Yeah.
When in her grid, the more the target attack she has been lower, the more it powers up sync.
Yeah, I went over that for the news.
Yes. That's why it hits so... But then tech, because she's a tech, when you EX her, sync moves get an additional 50% buff.
So she hits harder than Red on a single unit.
Extremely fucking hard.
But if we're talking overall, Red hits harder. Because he hits more.
That depends. Because AoE, her Muddy Water is hitting more than Red's Heat Wave. But Muddy Water on a single target hits about as hard as Blast Burn.
Is that type advantage?
Yeah.
Okay, because I was going to say, like, Red does not really care about type advantage or disadvantage because of his criticals. His crits just say, oh, that's cute, bye.
May also does something similar, but yeah, she hits about as hard as Red.
Okay.
But the sync is just night and day.
Well, I mean, they're two different styles. Like, one's going to get more boost, one's going to hit more people. So I guess it just varies on the situation.
Yes, but once again, May does all of this by herself. Red can hit similar numbers when he has other people supporting him.
I mean, if you think about it, all you really need is just Blaine. Because, hold on, I have Red, like, sitting right here. Because I still have the game open.
That is correct. You do need Blaine, but Blaine by himself isn't the greatest. This is why I said if there's a good Sunsetter...
Which is, well, we have Chikorita, but it needs to be more consistent.
Yeah, exactly. We need someone with the Sun MPR, because Solarizers take red sinks, which demerit his damage.
Yeah, because if you think about it, because Heat Wave and Blast Burn are special attacks, and he has My Destiny, he's already ramping it up, and once he's Mega'd, it drastically raises his attack as well. So he is buffing himself?
He can, but to get that Mega, you're sacrificing a sync move, which that first sync move will be hitting like kitten shit, because you're not buffing your special attack at all, because you're trying to save your My Destinies for after you're already Mega.
Well, his Mega only affects his physical attack, which is Flare Blade.
No.
Yeah?
No, his Mega...
Yeah.
His Mega changes My Destiny to buff physical attack as well as special attack and speed. Haymaker in his grid scales off of physical attack as well.
Okay, because I just checked for, like, Mega and non-Mega, It says My Destiny drastically raises the user's special attack and speed, lowers the user's defense and special. If Charizard has Mega Evolved, also drastically raises the user's attack. Then I read it in Mega, and it's the exact same wording.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh.
So if you use it before you Mega him, it just does special attack and speed. If you Mega him, it does physical attack as well.
But again, he doesn't Flare Blitz like almost ever. It's always...
You should never Flare Blitz. The attack in that kit is meant to benefit his Sync move, which in his grid has Haymaker.
No, it still says it's a special.
His Sync is special, but if you look in his grid, Haymaker raises Sync move power based on physical attack.
Yeah, let me double check, because I don't have him built for that. Because I like my red with just Blast Burn and Heat Wave, and I just do that. Where the fuck is... Oh, I forgot. No, give me the pinching already! Haymaker. Okay, yeah.
You're already spoiled. It's not even here yet.
What?
You're already spoiled. It's not even here yet.
Well, that's because games like Dokkan, Dragalia, and Legends all have the pinch already.
Yeah, I know.
So yes, I am spoiled already.
I know.
Haymaker okay, so yeah. That's if you're doing Haymaker. Does she...
For maximum damage, that is what you should be doing.
Well, I'll worry about that when I can have my fucking grid button preset things.
Which is understandable, yeah. May doesn't have Haymaker.
Okay.
She doesn't need physical attack in the slightest.
Okay.
The problem is that Red either has to burn a Sync, which is doing no damage, to get that physical attack buff, or have someone else give it to him as well as Sun. That is the issue with that. Red can hit monstrous numbers, but that's the issue. You need specific teammates.
A specific teammate.
You can run with virtually anybody, as long as it's not weather clashing.
I was gonna say, like, what if we get, like, a really good Sunsetter, and they have that for Red? Does Red overtake May at that point?
Honestly, no.
Why?
Oh, because May just does that much more damage in Sync. It will make Red easier, more flexible to use, but...
I mean, still, it is that she hits harder on a single than he does.
So much fucking harder. It's night and day.
But that's because they're two different styles.
Slightly different, yeah. But...
Because how hard does she hit on a single target with her Sync?
77.
Okay. How much have you had Red hit for?
20.
On one or across?
It doesn't matter. Syncs don't have split damage.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so if they don't have split damage, so is that one or across?
Syncs don't have the split damage. It's the same regardless. It was about 23-ish.
Well, I mean, when you say split, like, you don't mean that it's split into 3 different, or it's, like, if it's going to be 23 on one, it's going to be 23 on another.
Correct. Correct. It's 23 on all 3 of them. When I say
so
split damage...
So it's 23 divided by 3?
No.
So it's 23 times 3?
No.
What is it?
Syncs don't have split damage. So it's the same number, no, regardless of how many enemies there are.
Okay, so if there's 3 enemies, I can hit 23k on 1, 2, and 3.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I was asking you.
However, split damage does work on moves like Heat Wave, Earthquake, so they hit harder when you're focusing 1 enemy versus 3.
Yeah, okay, so that's what I was...
That's null and void.
That's what I was still asking. Like, when you did that 23k, did you have his AoE, or did you have a single, like, sync?
I did have his AoE, yeah. He was already maxed out EX.
So all 3 of them hit 23?
Yes.
So then that totals up to 69k, which is just 3k, which is, like, what, 8k less than May?
About?
So yeah, like I said, it's the
But you
same
wouldn't have
thing.
the numbers though.
I was gonna say, so that's so they're the same thing, but they're just different
But
situations.
why would you add the numbers though?
Because that's totality. Because May only hits one enemy, so she's gonna hit harder that way. Red is hitting multiple enemies at once. Because he's AoE, so that totals up. May can't hit all three at once with her sync move. If May could hit all three at once for 77k, then that's a whole different fucking ballgame that we're talking about.
Okay. I honestly don't see the point in adding them, but just for your sake of the argument, let's go with it.
Okay.
That doesn't change the fact that Red still needs other people to set him up, whereas May can do it all by herself.
I mean, that's not really... I mean, having them set him up isn't really that much of a bad thing, because as you're doing that on the side, you're still you're getting your sync move faster, because you're doing more attack, or more moves.
Whereas with May...
Does she have propulsion?
No, she's not propulsion. She doesn't even fucking need it.
Yeah, but like that's what I'm saying is like with Red, like having one extra person isn't gonna kill him. Or like hinder him.
All because he's a 4-bar, it kind of does.
Well, yeah, with Blast Burn.
Which is what you should be doing.
Yeah, but if you think about it, his move gauge refresh and then you just have blues to the top, it's not that bad.
Once again, assuming you're running blue, yeah.
Imagine not running blue.
Must be tough, yeah. But
Can't
yeah,
be me.
And there's also the fact that blue activates May's fucking type skill.
That's true, yeah. Blaine also activates it. Well, actually, there's a lot of... Hang on. I have to actually check. Hang on. I'm actually curious now. What the fuck gets activated for... Okay, so... Red gets Fire and Kanto from the Kanto trio. However, Red also gets Kanto and Fire from Blaine.
Yes.
So you're proccing Fire and Kanto you're proccing Kanto 3 times, and then you're proccing Fire twice.
That's not how that works.
Oh, it's only once?
Correct.
Okay, so you're still activating all 3, which isn't a terrible thing. So he still has it.
He does, yeah. But okay. So the team you're going with is Blaine, Red, and Blue, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't have a choice. That's the thing. Where I can see, like, for May, you have multiple choices until we get someone better than Blaine. But, you know, Rain needed it too with May, if you think about it. Blaine just needs a fucking grid with Fire, with Sunny Day MP refresh. That's all he needs. Maybe give him a little bit of invasion or something.
Okay, so what Sun needs is that they need a secondary hitter.
No, that too.
Sun needs a secondary hitter. If they were to do that, it would be very similar to what they did with May, to where it is Sun, it is NPR, but they also have Speeding Sun, and some form of speed increase. Well, actually, you don't even need Speeding Sun
because you have blue.
No, all because you have red.
That's true.
Red can get his speed up to +6. His Speeding Sun 2 scales much higher than any other person would then.
Okay.
So, is there a way for Red to be better? Maybe. But that won't happen for a long time. But Maze is that fucking strong.
Quick question. If we're not including EXs now, who's better?
If we're not counting EXs?
Yeah, if they're both not EX. Because EX is not... Okay, because I was going to say, not everyone has access to EX.
It is 100% May then. No, all because the whole totality example you're going for is null and void then.
Okay, so it needs to be... Okay.
Yes.
But I also had to have this like discussion last year for Dokkan because people were like, oh, this unit's better. And I'm like, well, what about at their full best? And they're like, well, yeah, if they're at their full best, then obviously no one's better. I'm like, If you want to be the best, you have to beat the best at their best.
Yeah, honestly, people made the same people were making similar arguments for Zacian versus Metagross.
Zacian. Easily.
But yeah, all because the argument that people were making, okay, well, Metagross when he's Mega, his Iron Head hits harder than Zacian's Behemoth Blade when they don't have a sync buff. Why are you putting Metagross at max and not Zacian? The fuck?
Yeah. Okay, so I was just curious about that. I was not gonna say, oh, then because even normal mode you can get red to EX.
Yes.
If you so at their 100% best, it just depends on the situation pretty much. If you're hitting one enemy or multiple.
With where Sun is currently, it's still May.
Yeah, Sun needs a buff. Please.
No, Sun doesn't need a buff in itself. It's
what I mean is like it needs a better setter.
Yeah, honestly, most types need a better setter.
Except for water.
Hail's fine, rain's fine now. Sand needs a better setter. Sun, yeah, does need a better setter because they already have a perfectly capable offensive hitter.
Rest in peace, Clang Gang. 2020 to 2020.
That shit was fun while it lasted.
Yeah, that was fun until fucking anniversary hit. It's like, wait, what's Clang Gang?
But yeah, all because we're now and May is perfect proof of this. But we're shifting in, but we've been shifting into a double striker meta.
I still don't like it. I still like my one. Cause if that fucking tank goes down, it's like, well, you're shit out of luck. Tough.
But the tank doesn't though, because you're killing that fucking quickly.
I mean, yeah. But you're also removing that gauge faster.
It's just an absolute fucking blitz. That is now the name of the game.
Isn't that the name of every game? Kill it as fast as possible.
But it's especially true in this case now. Oh, because double strikers is OP as shit actually. Okay. Yeah, like I was trying Metagross with no, not Metagross, shit. I was trying Zacian with May.
Mm-hmm.
That shit fucking smacked so hard.
Well, I can't because my May's 1 out of 5 and I'm keeping it that way after reading that we're getting Xerneas and Yveltal. I'm like, well.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you do get a candy in the future.
Let's be real here now, Matt.
I mean, I've gotten a strike and a tech now.
You summon on the banners that have them. I don't. Think about that.
That's true. But yeah, pretty much the point I'm getting at is that we're getting to the point where we are actually starting to get the candies.
Yeah.
It's still a complete bullshit mechanic, but yeah, we are actually at that point.
Yeah.